Hey everybody, welcome. It's Brett Figueroa coming with you on the Brett Figueroa Show, where on this channel here on YouTube, we get a chance to move, motivate, and inspire you to take action. You know, one of the things after doing this work for now 27 years, I find that so many people are over-informed and under-inspired. I mean, there's information coming at us from every capacity. You know, it's coming at us from different blogs and podcasts and, you know, all the different internet sites and all this information. We never even know, for the most part, what to do anymore. We're kind of an information overload. We're kind of fall into that learned helplessness where we literally learn so much, we become helpless. We don't know, well, do I do this or do I do that? And so if you're here today with us on our channel, I'm excited to have you with us, and I want to say thank you for being with us. And if you can grab just one good idea out of our message, we call it the One Good Idea Philosophy. And the One Good Idea Philosophy is literally anytime you can listen to something, watch something, read something, and just grab one good idea and take that idea but put it into action, then it's been worth our time together. So again, we want to say thank you for being with us, and we want to encourage you that if you've got an idea, you've got some type of greatness to do, maybe it be write a book, or maybe it be launch a business, or maybe you're creating a program, whatever that might be that for you have either going personally or professionally, we want to invite you into maybe getting that whatever it is you can get out of this, and get off this podcast or get off this whatever and put it into action. So we're excited. We're going to go right into talking about what today's topic is, and inviting you into today's topic on the power of belief. So that's really what the episode is. I'm really looking, what is it that today, you know, what could really move someone into action? And I'm really looking, you know, all the different topics and all the different subjects to really look at and to really examine. And I look at the power of belief, the power of belief. You see, think about that. Right now, your life and my life, it's in direct proportion to our belief system. And I heard that back many years ago, and I thought, no, my life's in direct proportion to my misery I went through as a kid. You know, my life is in direct proportion to the disappointments that I've endured or the frustrations. And someone said, no, Brett, it's your belief about those situations that have determined where you are at right now in your life. And so my invitation is, as you watch this podcast, you're with us here today, to think about what are the beliefs that you have right now? What are the beliefs that you have right now that are preventing you from taking action? You see, our beliefs drive our behavior. And so if you find that, gosh, you know, my behaviors are inconsistent with my goals, they're inconsistent with my dreams, they're inconsistent with my vision. See, what most people do is they look at their behaviors. The real thing to do is to look at the beliefs that are driving those behaviors. So what beliefs do we have? You see, beliefs either empower us or they simply disempower us. It's real simple. You see, back many years ago, there's all the way back to the time of the Romans, the belief was that it was humanly impossible to run a 4-minute mile. The doctors and physicians said there's no way. The belief was it was humanly impossible. The doctors and physicians of the time, they said the human heart would literally explode into the chest cavity. So needless to say, it didn't inspire a bunch of runners to wake up and go, yeah, today's the day I'm going to go break the 4-minute mile. You see, but one day, Roger Bannister, an English med student, he said, you know what, today's the day I'm going to break the 4-minute mile. And that day, Roger Bannister went out and ran and broke the 4-minute mile and did it in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. 3 minutes and 59 seconds when the belief was it's humanly impossible. And then one day, back in 1957, so Roger Bannister said, no more. That's it, I'm gonna defy the odds on that one. And went out and did it in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. You see, what's even more interesting though, is once Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile and did it in 3 minutes and 59 seconds, 1 month later, over 37 people broke the 4-minute mile. 1 year later, over 200 people broke the 4-minute mile. And so now in today's world, in 2021, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm sure that many of our viewers are out there running the 4-minute mile, right? Breaking the 4-minute mile. And so the key is to look and go, if that person can do it, See, people, the 37 that did it and the 200 that they said, if Roger Bannister can do it, I can do it. Right? So who's in your life right now where you look and go, hey, if that person is successful, maybe they're in a real estate office and they're top producer, to think, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. If that person can go out there and get so fit and you go into the gym, have you ever been to the gym and you look at some of the male and some of the female and they look so fit and so strong? And some people think, oh, I could never be like that. Maybe that's just a limiting belief. Maybe that's just a belief that's holding us back from becoming that. And then maybe if we look at that as a possibility that says, hey, if Roger can do it, I can do it. Hey, if that person can get that fit, I can get that fit. Hey, if that person can make that much money, then you know what? I can make that much money. If that person can create that much success, then I can create that much success. So it's really important to really begin to examine the beliefs that we have and the beliefs that get instilled into us. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to overcome a belief, right? Because beliefs are ingrained at such a young age, and we carry those beliefs, and we carry them for years and years and decades, right? And we take those beliefs and we transcend those into the generations ahead of us, right? Until one day you snap and you break and you create a new empowering belief for you, for your family, for generations. So maybe your belief was that, you know, for a lot of people, they have money concerns, money issues. And for many people, they have the belief that says money is the root of all evil. You know, money's not easy to come by, right? Anybody have a mom or a dad? Money doesn't grow on trees, son. Right? And maybe it does. Maybe money is abundant, right? Maybe the only limitation of money is the belief that money is hard to come by. Things aren't easy, kid. Things aren't going to be easy out there. And as we go out there, we recognize, oh, they're right. Mom's right. Dad's right. Things aren't so easy. Things are going to be tough. Oh, watch out when you get out there. So what are you listening to? And who could you listen to? Who could you begin to pay attention to create the breakthrough necessary for you and the families and the generations ahead? You see, how we look at things and the belief that we have determine, and this is really important, determine how we interact with things, how we see things, how certain possibilities either show up for us or don't show up for us. I'll give you a quick example. Back many years ago, many moons ago, you see, we culturally and collectively had a belief that said that the earth was what? The earth was flat. That was the belief. The earth was flat. It's a flat earth. That was the belief, cultural, collective belief the earth was flat. So because we had a belief that said the earth was flat, it limited our possibilities of space travel. You can't go around space on a flat earth. You can't go into space on something flat, right? So we say it's flat, it limited the possibilities. So what are you looking at right now in your life? Where you look and go, it's flat. That's just the way it is. But what if you could re-examine that conversation? What if you, like we, re-examined the limiting belief of the earth is flat and create a new possibility called the earth is round? See, the earth has always been round. It's never been flat. It didn't go like from flat to round. It's always been round. You see, so what's inside of you that's always been there? But because of setbacks and pushbacks and, you know, things that have maybe taken you off your course or off your path, and we look and we sometimes forget. See, it's easy to forget sometimes the greatness that's inside of us. It's easy to forget that seed of greatness that was planted into us right upon birth. And we look and go, well, I don't have it inside of me. But maybe you do. Maybe you have the seed inside of you right now for absolute greatness, to do something way beyond your wildest imagination. And so what my invitation for you here today on this episode of The Power of Belief is to begin to look and to examine, what new belief could I have? How am I seeing right now my relationship? So, you know, a lot of men and women, right, look and go, oh, I want to have a great relationship in my marriage. But most don't. Now, why don't most have a great relationship in their marriage? Well, because they don't believe it's possible. Now, why don't they believe it's possible? because their parents didn't have a great relationship in their marriage. You know, mom and dad, and they look and go, well, it's going to probably come to an end anyways. Mom and dad's came to an end. Grandmas and grandpas came to an end. My friends down the street came to an end. Mine's going to probably come to an end too. So what kind of belief must one have to whether it be go from being broke to rich, right? So the only gap in between being broke and rich is the belief that one can go from broke to rich. Now, if we look at successful people, we can look at successful people from the space, for the most part, whether it be business, professionals, athletes, entertainers, many of them in their biographies and their story, they were broke. I was sleeping in my car, I was eating macaroni and cheese, I was living in a broken down apartment, and then all of a sudden this is what happened. And they either had an epiphany or had a new belief that says, hey, I can do something great. I can become that person. I'll give you a quick story. Back many years ago when Jim Carrey was committed to launching his career here in Hollywood, he had come from Canada. And he was a comedian at a comedy shop called Yuck Yucks. And Jim Carrey was so bad as a comedian, they literally used to throw things at him on stage. They're like, boo, boo, you're terrible, get off the stage. And so he had a lot of work to do, because there's nothing worse, I would imagine, than the consensus that everybody comes and goes, your work sucks. Boom, I'm going to throw a pool stick at you, get off the stage. So to come to grips with, hey, I'm really great at what I do. He used to go up onto a place called Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles. And he said he would literally stay up there. He had a broken down car. He had no money. He was at the bottom of the barrel, coming with all of the backlash of you're terrible and all of that to overcome that. And so he goes up on Mulholland Drive and he says, I would literally stay up on Mulholland Drive until I absolutely believed that I was the best comedian in the world. He said, I would stay up there until I believed that I was the highest paid comedy in all of Hollywood. Every producer, every director, every person, they wanted to work with me, Jim Carrey. And he said, I would stay up there and just imagine and visualize all of that coming into my space. He said, I would drive down Mulholland, drive into Hollywood, and I'd just feel like I was the highest paid actor, and all of a sudden, bam, right? So we become that which we believe. And by doing it over and over and over. So my question for you as we end out of here today, my question for you is, what must you believe in order to write your book? A lot of people say, I got a book I'm going to write, but they haven't written it. Well, the only reason they haven't written it is because they don't believe they have a great book inside of them. See, once again, what new belief must you have in order to really have an amazing relationship with your spouse, your loved ones, your children? What belief must you have in order to maybe go from bottom down to right side up? What empowering belief could you take on? Maybe I'm strong, I'm powerful, maybe I'm confident. Whatever that might be. But to identify what is that limiting belief. So just to begin to recognize, again, as we close out of here, that if you don't have the things in your life that you say you're committed to having, it's not because it's not an available option. It's not because it's not out there in the world to have, to go out there and get. It's not like it's not available. It's there. That perfect relationship, or that guy, that girl, whatever relationship you're looking for, that money, that opportunity, it's all out there. And if we don't have it, again, it's not because it's not out there, it's because I don't believe that I can have it. I don't believe I have the worthiness for it. I don't believe I have the education for it. I don't believe I have the this for it. But again, maybe you do. So just think that through as we sign out of here today. Again, thank you for those that are watching with us here today. We're really excited about having you with us. And my outcome here, after doing this work now for 27 years, is to move, to motivate, and inspire. And I recognize so many people that are just over-informed. So as I create and build out our YouTube channel here, it's not designed to necessarily over-inform you. Yet there will be information to give you tools, strategies, ideas, etc., etc. But my outcome in this channel is to inspire you. To be able to get off of this channel, to get out of this podcast and go, man, I'm going to go get on my book right away. I'm going to go out there and find that relationship right away. I'm going to go take this thing that I haven't been doing. I'm going to start it right away. So we can inspire you in any way, in any capacity, in that form. Then our job's been done. So we want to again say thank you and welcome to our YouTube channel, welcome to our episode. And for those that enjoy our channel, for those that enjoy our work, for those that go, man, this is exciting or informational, or whatever that might be for you, feel free to subscribe below. Feel free to refer this to your friends, your butcher, your baker, your barber, whoever that might be in your life that you want to refer and inspire in a great way. So again, thanks for being with us here today. We're signing out. It's Brett Figueroa on the Brett Figueroa Show. Until next time, we'll see y'all at the top. Bye.